Sideline of goal! Late winner's doing it! They're gonna take! He's gonna bring down Birdie! Alone with a double kill! Dropping fast! Bonavoid's there! He's still alive! Wait, second slide! He's going one side! He's going a second! He's taking it! They're overdone! On three! They're all dead!
Hello everyone and welcome back. It's day number 12 of the Summit 2 by G2A.com in the Europe division. And we've already gone through 2 games. We saw Power Rangers take both of those games. Man, they look good. They can really split objectives very nicely. Bringing the action, of course, for English coverage is Beyond the Summit. I'm Coddle Guy. Joined by my side once again is Mr. Ryu Boris, live in-house with his laptop. How you doing, my friend?
It's good, man. I know. I had to dress up today. You look like a bum.
You know what though? You should
Very
really
unfair.
you should consider like letting loose a bit. In fact, why don't you just go ahead? You're stepping out right now. You're looking like you can kind of relax a bit. You're just gonna creep over there, and I don't know. Maybe you should just kind of get a little more relaxed. And well, hold on a second. Wait a minute, right?
Are you undressing me, dude?
Yeah, you didn't need to take your shirt off and really show off. You're making me look like a flimsy little baby right now, but. Well, ladies, take it in. That's Ryu Boris for you. This guy is swole. You're like a Greek god, you know that? You look good.
Thank you.
No
I'll
problem.
take
Just
that.
gotta work on the color. It's a little fadey right between your head and your neck right there. Maybe that's the makeup. You know, you did go a bit overboard today. We said it was gonna be pretty casual, but happy to have you, my friend. I think this is gonna be the last game you'll be joining me, and it's been a pleasure. I know we've had some technical hiccups along the way. We appreciate everyone's patience as we were delayed a bit. Players took a bit of time to come in, plus some technical problems, but we should be squared away right now. Ryu, I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and just hop into the draft. Boom.
All right. Well, we got the Crobulus Panda being banned out. No surprise there. And finally, the Ogre getting that respect ban. And surprisingly, a Legion Commander. I guess both teams kind of losing to that hero in the last game. Showing why she can have some good comeback mechanics. Magnus being picked up here by Fnatic. Rounding it off is Earthshaker, Compass Gaming.
So Magnus, man, and Honey, ever since the patch came out and we had like a wealth of shows and podcasts that kind of went through patch analysis, he was the biggest advocate that Magnus was going to be the one. This guy is going to be broke. Everyone loves him. Everyone's going to love him. The Empower buff is huge. He's already a great hero. And we saw since the get-go that he was just being banned out, right, from Fnatic first or immediately picked up. And that trend seems to continue on, though other teams as well have been adapting and getting a hold of a Magnus fairly. You know, Secret is one to ban or pick it up for their own S4, as well as Tinker. They love to grab it, and you know, 8mother as well is a big Magnus player. So, you know, he's definitely coming to his own and can work very nicely with some certain heroes. Maybe a certain PA might make an appearance, and her alongside with the Empower buff seems to work very good. But overall, a very solid mid lane hero, if I say so myself.
Yeah, Magnus is just becoming more prominent because we're seeing that his Empower during the late game, even if you don't hit the RPs necessarily, it's not that you have the blink skewer backs. RPs in the later stages of the game are very crucial, however, but still the overall hero with the changes to, you know, that you can't tower push as hard anymore, so it opens up more team fight heroes that can come into play for the later stages, because you don't need to get all these. Well, I don't want to say Crobuluses, but still, this Crobulus is more than just tower push. You got a huge physical damage and burst damage, but still. And speaking of ways to counter Magnus, we got the Rubik on the other side.
Oh yeah.
And Nature's Prophet being picked off. I said there wouldn't be too much maybe pushing, but apparently I lied. There's gonna be a lot of pushing, a lot of split pushing, like last game.
Yeah, definitely. They're one to know to run their Nature's Prophet. They could put good use to it, and yeah, I love the immediate Rubik grab. Fnatic probably would have considered banning it out if they wanted to go more team fight heavy, but they're not even going to allow that now.
Turn to
As
ban.
I quickly fire on the Dota 2 sounds. That was my bad lagging it, but it was just a draft. It wasn't like I left it on, you know. It just is not a Cuddle Guy production if I don't have a flub here and there. Just that little bit of extra spice, maybe a little ketchup on your oatmeal, you know, just to really keep things a bit obscure. Going through
10
think
seconds
what?
remaining.
I didn't get to look at the dang when you were
5 seconds
What?
playing with my
remaining.
image.
You
my
know what
picture.
you
Dang
look
it.
like. It's
No!
fine. Don't worry.
Oh well.
There'll be another
Reserve
chance.
time.
There'll be a VOD. Those VODs, of course, you catch on youtube.com/BeyondTheSummit, everyone. This is a pretty sellout
Hello.
moment right there, you know.
No,
You
but
know.
well, we still have to see what Magnus is going to be coupled with. No
Magnus.
longer PA.
So what are your big
Radiant
candidates
team
then?
ban.
Candidates are Anti-Mage is still always good. What else is there? Because what else? What are the melee carries? Slark's decent, but for against these two heroes,
10
it
seconds
just
remaining.
depends on if they want to take this really late or if they want to mid game it. Because Nature's Prophet
5 seconds
can
remaining.
play this. Either play game utility, go blade mail, maybe orchid or something, or he could just go
Reserve
into a
time.
DPS for himself. So
10
Yeah.
it's
seconds
just
remaining.
depending on what they really want to do to try to get advantage.
Anti-mage.
So they took my pick for
Fnatic's
them.
turn to pick.
All right, well, there's your AM.
Got to do that.
Is Compass Gaming, I believe, the team that rolls with the Anti-Mage plus Medusa lineup? You know?
I don't know.
I think they are.
I
I
mean,
want to say they are, but I'm not sure. I know it's a
I love
European
playing
team.
Medusa mid.
They-
I used to play that,
I
and
think,
I'd just get a blink dagger.
yeah. It's Medusa mid, and I think they usually roll Anti-Mage in the off lane. I
10
want to say that
seconds
this might
remaining.
be them, but I could be wrong, obviously. As they do pick up the
5
promised
seconds
Anti-Mage. We
remaining.
saw it in the hands of Power Rangers last game, and they did a fantastic job. Great work, great
Reserve
great
time.
play calls, objective gaming at its finest there as they get it done. Quickly take base structures and just really keep their opponents guessing. But
Radiant
enough talking about
team
them.
pick.
It's Fnatic who are looking to bounce back as they have their record is slowly dwindling down. It looks like right now, according to Liquipedia, 2.5 record for them. Compass Gaming also fell short in their first matchup against Power Rangers earlier today, and now they are sporting what looks like a 3-2 record. So they're still right up there, about 5th place. You know, they're not doing too shabby. They still have plenty of games to play. But a lot of
10
hard
seconds
opponents to
remaining.
play as well. I think they have another couple today. You know, like I said before, most of these
5
teams are the teams
seconds
that are not
remaining.
participating in Star Ladder that were cracking out their games, while other teams who are participating in Star Ladder, like your Team
5
Tinker
seconds
and
remaining.
Secret or what have you, have already played and they're sitting at top of the charts
Fnatic's
right now. So
turn
these
to
teams are
pick.
looking to creep on in there, maybe get some tiebreakers underway, and just really battle it out for one of those top 4 spots to move on into the playoffs. Now Compass Gaming, they fight back against the strong, heavy-handed Magnus melee and grab a Viper now. So we're not going to see that Medusa grab. It's going to be a Viper here who can lay out some hefty right clicks. Will probably be the mech holder, a little extra sustain, someone who can take in heavy punishment and be able to dish it on back. So it's a nice promise and
10
bad. I don't
seconds
or
remaining.
pick up rather. I don't see really yet who can directly counter, except it can kind of
5
alter
seconds
Fnatic's game plan.
remaining.
If they were considering going with a big melee
Radiant
carry
team
to benefit
ban.
from the Empower, they might have to second guess it now.
Yeah, and with this, the Shadow Demon Mirana combo, you have to be worried now for the roaming. Viper is no longer safe, even though he's a really strong laner. So you're gonna
10
the off
seconds
lane
remaining.
of Compass Gaming play super aggressive, but try and scout out with Shadow Demon and Mirana. But if he's too
Fnatic's
aggressive, then he
turn
could
to
die.
ban.
So key on him. They also
Yeah,
have the Nature's Prophet who can TP. They'll snipe a courier or two this game. You never know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just can be around the map anywhere and everywhere. You can't forget the Moonlight Shadow now in the mid portion
10
of the game,
seconds
setting up
remaining.
a lot of these kills. So be a lot of pressure on
5
Compass
seconds
Gaming
remaining.
Just kind of survive this early.
Both teams have pretty
Reserve
formidable
time.
early game rotation plays. You know, Earthshaker and Rubik are also a good dynamic duo, but obviously it's more so Shadow Demon and Mirana who are like the peanut butter and jelly, who can set up just the easy combos right off the bat. Even expect Fnatic to kind of move aggressively very early on as well. But I'm more curious as far as how they're going to round out their draft. Already being denied the Slark, the Faceless Void, and the PA. And then you risk grabbing someone who could be, you know, taken advantage of from Viper. I mean, like, Wraith King would have been someone I could have just casually thrown out there to also benefit from a Magnus and Power, but he has a real struggling hard time against someone like a Viper. So I'm curious what they're going to be dipping into here. On the side of Compass Gaming, with their supports already on lock, Anti-Mage as their core, Viper in the mid, it looks like an offlaner would be a potential grab for them. No one has touched Big Brad, the Horse God, Centaur, which is baffling me a bit. Oh, well, no one's going to be touching him because he gets banned out
Radiant
promptly so, but
team
that
pick.
still leaves a a Tidehunter, I guess would be my third go. A Tidehunter could be good. It could be a great team fight, and they already have the Rubik on their side, so I don't think it's too shabby of a grab if Compass want to get a hold of it.
That's the only off lane hero I can think about as well.
Timbersaw
That's
is
left that
also
could
in
be
there, but and he can do okay against Nature's Prophet and the big tankiness of Magnus. I think those would be my two options
10
for Compass if
seconds
they
remaining.
were looking for an off lane. It would be either Tidehunter or Timbersaw.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, there's no Puck, there's no Bad, there's no Legion, there's no
Or
Earthshaker probably
I'll-
off lane.
Fnatic's
Or I'll look
turn
bad
to
and,
pick.
and look like I don't know what I'm saying. Is it's Earthshaker
Yo,
off
you're
lane?
cutting out again.
Am I
times.
really?
Sometime.
Sometimes. Well, don't start
Weird.
any of that hot mess. Hopefully this is all good and
Panics
squared away.
starting to spread. No, you don't want to get Wraith King here either, because
Yeah.
anti-mage mana burn. But he's
Yeah,
a
yeah, of
really
course.
strong hero. I don't know. They definitely need a melee
10
carry of
seconds
some sort.
remaining.
I really want to pull up the dang window of the picks.
5
It's so funny
seconds
to me because
remaining.
if even Compass Gaming were banking on the fact that Fnatic were going to go melee carry, they could have also gotten maybe like a
Reserve
Dark
time.
Seer for the off lane. Someone who can really contest a safe lane melee,
Yeah.
and Ion Shell would have just been a true nuisance, but they pass on that as well. So I'm just
We got
kind of...
the Echo Slam, reverse polarity, possible steal into Mana Void. It's not that bad to get
Yeah.
a Darkseer this game.
Oh,
It,
man.
it could be really useful in the team fights too.
You're still talking about Dark
So-
Seer for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those were great grabs, but... or they could be going aggro try and leaving
10
someone like
seconds
Anti-Mage
remaining.
in the solo safe lane. And
I
really
just want
looking...
to see why they didn't pick
5
up the Slark
seconds remaining.
before like the Mirana. Like, I would have.
Oh. He's still going to have
The
a bit of a
throwback.
hard time against Viper, I would say. I think this is still
They can still be ganking.
yeah.
And if they get a Nature's Prophet Orchid maybe fast and try
It's
to
the
pick
only
up
real
the anti-mage.
vehicle as well. And normally when you get a life stealer, you have someone who's the quote-unquote vehicle form. It used to be back in the day like a Storm Spirit or a Puck or maybe even a Bat Rider or something like that, but really someone to get life stealer into the fight because he could be really taking advantage of if they can kite him about. I mean, with like Force Staffs, with Blink Daggers, Nature's Guys.
They got ES block, the
Yeah.
Viz, the tree ulti, got blinks away.
I gotta say, I'm really intrigued from Fnatic's lineup right now and how they're gonna look to make it work. And already you could see Hani, who's gonna take the reins of the core player
10
once more.
seconds
Previously
remaining.
was the Medusa, and ultimately they did fall short against Power Rangers. But
5
now they're looking to go
seconds remaining.
toe against Compass Gaming, who also had fallen to Power Rangers. So one of these teams are going to be going 0-2 at the start of today, and they definitely both could use a security win, more so for Fnatic, who are near the bottom of the rankings
Prepare
right
for
now.
battle.
And obviously they've been struggling since they've done some pretty dramatic roster changes, Hani being the only true Fnatic member left, but they're looking to still try to make a strong name for themselves. And now hopping into the game here, this is game number 3 of 6 today. We're just about halfway through. And, well, let's get things started. It's the Summit 2 by G2A.com. I'll lead off your introductions on the side of Compass Gaming, also known as KPG. We got Gorek, who's going to be playing your Viper along the front. We got Mr. PSM, who looks to be the stand-in, going to be playing for Rubik. Arts, or like we call Ron Artest, is going to be playing your Anti-Mage. We got Goddam, or Goddamn, he's going to be playing your Treant Protector. And that's going to leave Afo Ninja as the Earthshaker. So this is looking
We
like
got
a...
the Disruption and Arrow.
Oh boy,
and
Disruption
Anti-Mage.
Arrow. It doesn't get much better than that, and you get it on the AM. That is a fantastic first blood opportunity from Fnatic, and pretty questionable from Compass Gaming. They should have banked that was going to be something happening. I even called it in the draft. I was going to expect early aggressive movement from Fnatic with this combo because they are one of the best at getting a hold of a first blood. It doesn't even matter if AM gets a blink right away. He's going to get locked down severely. So Fnatic strike first before I can even finish the intros.
I know. Okay, we got the two supports of Fnatic checking the rune here. We got Crit
The
USA
battle begins.
and playing the bottom. We got Rise playing the Shadow Demon. We got Hani playing the
mine.
Life Stealer. Nyax, Nick. Not the Knicks, but Bill. Playing Magnus mid is a Rise, and Ace playing the Fury on top. So they're dodging the tri-lanes here. It's the best thing they can do. They have Wade, Achilles, and it's a Earthshaker mid. What the?
Yeah, this is all over the place. Afro Ninja is going to take the Earthshaker mid, a carry Shaker, and only with 2 shared tangos. They're going against Magnus, who also has 2 tangos. This is an interesting lineup. I guess they feel pretty confident having the melee on melee action with what looks like PSM lingering nearby, but he might eventually head towards that bottom area where, we got Treant here, who's going to be going side by side with the Viper. So he'll be there and available with those living armors. And oh boy, PSM gets caught out quickly from Rise. It sets up another beautiful disruption arrow combo. Living Armor is going to come out, but that's not going to be enough. And they secure another fantastic kill with this great duo, the side of Fnatic.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate. And then FO Ninja had to skill the fissure, but he still got his bottle out. So that's good. Because you normally want to skill enchant totem first, just to use your mana more effectively and last hit and harass. But
Yeah.
he was probably forced to get that because of the rotations of the Shadow Demon, and they're trying to go on somebody
Yeah.
bottom lane again.
I know. I got to keep my eyes on bottom. They're going to keep harassment, but also top lane.
No,
They're looking to go in.
top-
TSM jumps in. They get some right clicks out. They get the telekinesis. They pull him all the way back. Can Ace get away from this one? It's going to take a few more right clicks. There's one. There's two. He needs one more. Doesn't matter. It's the Treants. Cannot block him back. And Rubik ends up getting last hit. Meanwhile, bottom. Arrow connects. It's Viper, who's in big, big trouble. Got him. Going to have to say God damn as he sees Viper fall. And now he's in big trouble as they pull out the open wounds. He has to pull out the self-living armor, but that also is going to be to no avail. The bottom lane is quickly turning into a huge bloodbath for Compass Gaming, but Hani is way past behind enemy lines now. And another rotation from Tree. They're going to try to orb walk him down quite a bit. Here comes Mirana, but she has no more mana for any sort of arrow, and it is Hani who's going to be able to get away. Benefiting from those boots, he's able to just kind of shuffle himself out of any more trouble. Fnatic now, 4-1.
I mean, they're living, but still, Tree's level dying, and Tree's still level 1, so this is horribly wrong. Might be having the AM kind of free farming, but still, Nature's Prophet against his dual lane has the most. This is not what you want having. You can always rotate it into the bottom lane. They can get this tower fast. And Viper is one of those heroes that you need a really good start on.
Yeah.
Him falling behind in the early game is basically you're securing a useless hero for the rest of the game.
Yeah, they definitely need him to build up a little bit extra sustain and durability so he can do what Vipers do best. But Fnatic are just taking reins of this bottom lane, even taking control of any sort of pull camp on the side, leaving Tree just kind of to his own devices without really anything to do. So he's kind of just perplexed right now as far as what the game plan is going to be for them. While they're taking full advantage of top, Ace is constantly under pressure, and he's not looking to forfeit out of this top lane and maybe consider moving to the jungle quite yet. But he constantly has that global presence with that teleport in case they want to pull the trigger on a different lane where touching base with mid. Now they pop down the last to the night chart. You can see it is going to be Arise at about 15-2 now to match up against Earthshaker's 12-5. They're kind of, neck and neck right there with a slight edge towards Arise for now. But the trouble could start coming in as you see the pesky dynamic duo smoked up. They're going to scout out and protect the top rune area. And just kind of keep going towards top possibly. Let's see if they can try to get another engagement. They would love to get a hold of this AM if possible, who's getting healed up currently from the living armor. So they're going to creep on forward.
Oh,
they didn't even need it. Boom! Catches Rubik right in the back end side. They're going to go out a nice soul catcher that does catch on that Rubik. And they move in. They'll get him down easy with some right clicks. And a desperate telekinesis is not going to come out to anything, and AM is going to be forced to quickly blink away. So another quick grab. They are really putting in the mileage right now from the Shadow Demon Mirana combo, which is definitely what you go for. And meanwhile, another kill on Viper, the bottom lane. Hani able to take him out in what looks like pretty much a one-on-one. Tree was nearby, but did not get off any sort of living armor or lead seed to help out.
Yeah, I was confused why he didn't live. I saw the very last second of that, but at least the gank on top lane, they didn't get the anti-mage. The only good thing that came out of that, they just used the arrow for that for the Rubik.
Yeah.
And the way that your carry's still not getting shut down, but still you're feeding over
Radiant's
these kills.
bottom
What
tower
are Shadow
is under
Demon
attack.
bottoms levels? They're only 2.5. They're only like 2 right now though.
Yeah.
So they might be getting a lot of kills, so they're gonna be having level issues and.
No, that arrow won't get him. I mean, that's the downside to being so mobile with this duo is you're not committing to lanes long enough to soak in any sort of decent XP. I mean, they're leaving a lot for Hani to get, and if he's getting kills while they're gone, that's even the better for them because we were already questioning how much of an impact this lifestealer was going to make down the road if he's going to be blocked out by fissures and taking advantage of by Viper. But right now you catch a disruption arrow again on Gotham, who does have Nature's Guise. I don't know if he's going to get it off. He won't. Just a quick, nice little right click coming in from Hani is what secures the kill for him. That you couldn't ask for anything better with a pick off like that. And they get another quick takedown.
They should rotate Ace down here. Try and take this tower soon.
Oh, Ace is under pressure himself.
They don't have
TP though. He makes it out, no problem. Right back to base to heal on up. And will not be caught out as easy. Ooh! Arise like dashing forward. Fakes out the RP. Can't quite get a hold of Fnatic, who has been relatively quiet so far.
Got phase boots too. I don't know if I agree with that at all.
Yeah, this, I mean,
Radiant's
most people
bottom
wager that
tower
if
is
you're going to
under
be going to
attack.
carry shaker, especially that you're leveling up, hold that thought, bottom lane, they're going pretty aggressive right now. They get a hold of Viper, and Hani gets a mega kill now. This is going so quick, and oh man, PSM also falls. That's a sweet double kill for Hani. And Fnatic are just snowballing in the early game right now. It's only 6 minutes in, and Hani is 6-0. That is unheard of for a lifestealer.
5k gold lead.
Radiant's bottom
No,
tower
you don't
is
see
under
5k
attack.
gold leads anymore in Dota
Wow. This is a
at this time. At
nightmare
this,
of a start right now for Compass Gaming. I don't see it getting any easier anytime soon either. Man, oh man. Anyways,
What do their heroes do?
Radiant's
They have to
bottom
have the
tower
Airshaker
is
do
under
something.
attack.
look how much they're committing towards bottom lane just to get something back. I mean, yes, it's going to be a pretty penny if they can get a hold of this bounty, but you see Rise, he might get caught out, pulls out the defensive disruption. Hani moves on in, but now he's going to be the focus fire, but he's still looking to right-click it out. Pops out his rage right now and trying to take an Earthshaker, but he's eating a lot of damage. He's actually might fall here. Pulls out a nice infest, and they can't find the proper creep, it looks like. It's right here, and he's going to be able to sneak on through. But,
Pero
oh man, but reinforcements are on the way. He's going to make it out. Little special delivery here by the creep, and here we go. Shockwave flies out from above. They're going to see this, and it allows Hani to quickly pop out, and he has near full life. Man, oh man. They thought they had an opportunity to maybe get a hold of that sweet bounty on Hani, but they're not going to be so lucky, as now it's going to be turning the table. Fnatic move in. They get a nice catch there on PSM and finish him off quickly. Push ahead now 2-10. This just gets worse and worse now for Compass Gaming, as now Fnatic needs to get away by dropping down the Fissure. He's trying to retreat out, gets living armor and everything, but Viper's not going to be so lucky. He gets quickly manhandled again. This Viper, unfortunately, is now 0-4-1. You talk about
Radiant's bottom
Viper should
tower
not have a
has
struggling
fallen.
start. Well, it doesn't get much more struggling than that. He is just really not having any sort of home for farm. And Fnatic just take
I
full
mean-
control of this bottom lane and take out the tower. And now Hani has a Midas.
what is this Earthshaker accomplishing by him going middle? They could have had a mech by now if Viper had went mid.
Yeah.
They have phase boots on ES, and he's not gonna have his blink dagger for at least another 3-4 minutes. Supposedly, if he doesn't get shut down, and then will he even have enough mana to cast everything? Is the most crucial thing.
Yeah.
So
To just touch base about the boot selection, and what I've heard at least is, typically you go with power treads, especially carry shaker where you're going against totem, because it's based on stats, not on the bonus damage from your shoes. So you get an easy plus 40 just from something like power treads. Plus you have the benefit of toggling them and getting a bit of extra, intel. So that's from what I've gathered as far as when you kind of go with a more
Dire's top
core-oriented kind of a
tower is under
Earthshaker.
attack.
Yeah, it does add a bit of raw power, but here we go. He's going to put to use. Boom! Big back swing Echo Slam, but he pops out the rage, and ooh, one more right click.
Dire's
He
top
could get him. He's
tower is
moving
under
forward, long
attack.
Fisher. He gets it done. Ninja pulls out a sweet grab there and grabs 512 bounty, but as far as the swing, it's even bigger, about 738 for that grab on the life
yeah, and he's gonna have his blink dagger still too, relatively soon. And they're still not. They still haven't. They've only killed the anti-mage once. So I mean, the mechanics for them getting back into this game are still here. It's just that Viper's might not be useful.
Oh.
Tree's getting his levels.
RP mid lane. Skewer, he gets a hold of Earthshaker, sends him right back towards Marana, and they'll get redemption quickly here on Hani unless
Oh,
they
living
let him go.
armor.
Living armor.
Oh, he
Oh,
could've dodged
Shockwave.
it.
Shaking.
Shockwave grabs him. Almost made it out.
Ran in a straight line.
Yeah.
Very unfortunate.
Top lane
I
animate.
went back for a Midas. That good? Don't
Well,
know.
I mean, the world was his oyster in bottom lane, so I guess he's just feeling the extra bit of greed. And I mean, I guess if you get a Midas in reliable time with already phase boots, a Bassi as well, why not, right? So he's going to just kind of continue to build up on that. Though he does go down, it gives a small breath of fresh air towards Compass Gaming to come back.
Okay, what is the building? Is the question. He's got 1,400 gold. They're gonna be able to take this tower most likely. What
Radiant's
did he
top
feel?
tower is under
Rage.
attack.
Alright, so Rubik shouldn't be dying anymore unless he gets blink RP.
He has that bit of survivability with Rage. That's nice, but they're adding big pressure on this tower here. As the Treants are going to be pulled out, Ace is unloading his Nature Spirit. Han is there as well.
Are fortified.
They're going to pop out the Glyph. A little pressure
Radiant's
towards the
top
mid lane, though, in
tower is
exchange for
under
Compass
attack.
Gaming, but they should be able to
Dire's
secure
middle
this top
Arrow
one
on
tower.
Earthshaker.
Attack.
Yeah, no.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
They just waited for a Rise to come. If they had waited for a Rise, they could have.
They're still
probably
pressing
killed
forward
one of
top
them.
lane. They'll get a hold of Rubik. Even with that Rage, it's not going to stop him from just chasing him down. They quickly take down the flimsy little support. Fnatic push ahead 13-3. And Compass Gaming don't grab that mid lane tower with the Rise now on the scene, and he has a Blink Dagger and can put it to use. About 17 seconds of RP in the
Radiant's
cannon,
top
ready to
tower
fire.
is under attack.
It's looking still very, very solid. And Fnatic are not even letting up. They are still continuously adding pressure from the north over here on now going towards this tier 2.
Yeah, he should have just raged and he got Demonic Purge, but I didn't
Radiant's
get
top
to
tower
see it,
is
but that
under
was like
attack.
his only way out.
Radiant
Yeah, another
structures
tower.
are fortified.
I don't know, they okay, fine.
Disruption and Soul Catcher catches. Got him. Uses the Sprout to invis himself. Hani considers going in, but now they're considering doubling back. Because look who's here. Smoked up Mirana. Not going to
Dire's
shoot the arrow. He's
bottom
going to shoot the
tower is
arrow.
under
Arrow is not going to connect. It goes right behind tree. Nice RP, though. Catches AM, but the telekinesis will prevent him from skewering for now. And he stole the RP and used it right there. Oh, they can't finish anyone off, but the big Echo Slam pops on down. The dunks are very much real as 3 are to fall, and Hani
Radiant's top
barely
tower
able to
has been
escape the
denied.
tail to tail. And Mirana also slips out through the side door. Hani TP out. Oh, we'll make it away. Man, oh man, what a steal from Rubik to lock him in place with the RP, and the good follow-up from Afo Ninja with that Echo Slam sets up a very nice turnaround for Compass Gaming.
Yeah, we can say it's either a really great play from Rubik or a really poor play from the Magnus. That he didn't cast the spell after the RP. Might
He
have been
RP'd,
looking
he
for the
did
skewers
get
back.
caught in the telekinesis right after he
Ah,
RP'd. So it
nice.
was quick
Yeah, that's
reaction from Rubik. You'd have to give him a little bit of props for that.
Really good. That's a really good play. That's what you always want to do. If
Yeah.
you see anybody from the olden days, they would always immediately blink in, lift, and then steal RP.
Yes.
Because if you blink in and then try to steal, normally it'll be
Too late.
So you want to cast your lift first always.
Looking very good for them as they still advance on forward here. Fnatic still got a nice sturdy lead, but giving away stuff like that certainly is not going to help. As,
Yeah, and giving away this kill bottom lane on Ace is not going to help either.
oh yeah,
So-
oh, Ace is a little out too far,
That-
buddy.
I mean,
Gets
the
taken
comeback
apart.
mechanic with AM plus giving the Earthshaker that kill on Hani for no reason top lane. And then he's got a Yasha now, and he's not even like tank going.
So,
he's gonna go Sange and Yasha, but
Yeah. Sanjin Yasha on a lifestealer is, one of the heroes that's like, okay, it's
it's good,
understandable.
but you should always go like Sange. You got surviving
Radiant's
issue.
middle tower is
Arrow
under
does
attack.
miss. Rubik still has RP, mind you. With 7 seconds, it's about to be up. Lincoln Arise skewers Afro Ninja all the way back, and a Moonlight Shadow locks him down. Lifestealer pops out, and, well, Earthshaker does fall. And Rubik waiting and reserving this RP to put to use potentially in the mid lane. Waiting in Viz. Under the Nature's Guise, hiding right by the tower, but they don't have it. Oh, he's going to buy back to go for the dunk. RP locks him right there. If he gets in with the dunk, he gets it. Oh, no, he can't. It looks like he gets caught out. Disruption. It's not going to come out to the plan they wanted. And unfortunately, Fnatic are going to scour like cockroaches to get away, but Mirana not going to be so lucky. Falls. Skewer sends anti-mage all the way back. Oh, Moonlight Shadow, that was stolen. Is it going to help? It will. He blinks out very, very low. PSM might not be so lucky, though. Desperately gets away, but no. Shockwave flies on through. Got him, pulls out the Nature's Guise. Fnatic end up cleaning out the tower. And poor Earthshaker, who had bought back, turns into a dieback as he can't get the Echo Slam off. Viper also goes down. Oh, the potential was there. But the quick reaction from Rise with that disruption just ruined their day. A rain on their parade in that mid lane.
No, he didn't have Echo
Radiant's middle
Slam.
tower
Oh, he
is
didn't?
He
under
had
attack.
he had 15
Radiant
seconds left on
structures
the
Oh.
next
are
second.
fortified.
I
No,
didn't
if
click
they
on.
had it, he would have definitely gotten it off, and that would have been a team wipe
Oh,
going
man.
the way of KPG. But he didn't have it, so it was very unfortunate.
All right,
He was
all right.
hoping to get the fissure off over the
Yeah.
and put him.
Still big
But
damage.
he just went
with Aftershock,
Boy.
but oh, he gets skewered back again. He had already fallen twice previously. If he goes down again, this is going to be devastating, and it is. Hani with the killing spree now after he was picked off earlier in the top lane. He's got his Sage and Yasha now complete, puts to use. He put that on top of the Empower, and it gets a bit ridiculous as how hard he can right-click. And now they're just going to segue themselves into the Roche pit and quickly battle with the big boy.
Yeah, they needed a second more, and that team fight would have been perfect for KPG.
Yeah, man.
Game of seconds.
I know.
Instead.
I should have
'Cause
clicked
then
on him.
they
I didn't
would've
notice
had,
I didn't have the Echo Slam ready to go. I just figured it was about that time, but RP just has a lower cooldown than Echo Slam does, certainly.
I wonder
Man,
if you could time it. Who would win the timing? I think Earthshaker will always win that timing because it'll be instant
Yeah.
unless you time it perfectly. I just don't know.
Roshan
Because you'll
has fallen to the dire.
really hard to call. I do think that Earthshaker would still come out. At top lane, right? So they're going on him. That disruption though. They could just purge him. Now he's gonna die.
Oh, he might be in trouble. They get the Moonlight Shadow also to help their Shadow Demon friend, but look who it is. It's a Rise. Jumps and skewers him by the tower, and wow, it doesn't take a whole lot more. They just shockwave him down, and ooh, a bit of an overstay as Anti-Mage felt confident in quickly taking down the support, but Fnatic proving it's not going to be so easy. Arrow flies out, not going to catch on anyone, but Arrow's going to be stolen from Rubik. And meanwhile, bottom, they're doing a bit of a split push here between Hani and your Nature's Prophet as they start adding some pressure
They
on this
did
tier
get
2.
the Aegis too.
Oh, that Treant right behind will see the incoming TP, and Afo Ninja blinks in, but blinks into his own death. Oh man, oh man. Earthshaker falls again. But now Hane under
Not
pressure.
good. Well, at least it's got the Aegis. They got the Aegis down.
Yeah.
One good thing.
It's a
And
good
then they
arrow
have
setup,
TP.
but he's got the
He
extra
has
life.
Sprout. Does he have ulti? He doesn't have ulti. Careful.
He's running. Uh-oh. Oh, arrow catches right there on Viper. Hani turns attention on him to bring him down.
They don't
Oh,
have mana.
flash forward. RP catches on the majority, and well, they quickly get cleaved down. Now Anti-Mage, Viper, and Rubik all hit the deck after their Earthshaker had jumped in. And Fnatic move on forward and will reap in the rewards of a Tier 2 tower on top of a huge team fight. This pushes them past the 10K mark towards 12K, 24 and 8. Everything is just coming up roses for Fnatic right now. Strong start, strong mid game. Looking for a strong finish.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Yeah, even
Radiant's
if
bottom
mana
tower
was there
has
for
fallen.
got him, it wouldn't have mattered because RP was gonna come in. It would probably caught him too. Yes, they saved one person by not having enough mana for the ulti. Yeah, that's an Orchid done now for Nature's Prophet. Pressure, but they have the 4 staff on Magnus. He had last fight, so that's a crucial thing. He might be going. He'll probably go for a BKB next, and just so he'll as easily lift him or anything. And Artet, actually, he's top. He has the play. So no way he can get picked off without
His life
unless
is
he
going to
can-
get a whole lot harder, though, with that Orchid. He needs to really second guess his easy side lane farming, because the global presence of that Nature's Prophet. Look at him. He's got these little scouts as well. Now, I see you, buddy. Oh.
He had this Battle Fury for about, I don't know, I want to say 5-6 minutes, and he went top, dove the Shadow Demon, then he went bottom, tried to help the team fight, and died again.
Yeah.
And then he might not die here. They didn't have RP up.
Man.
They had
man.
RP up.
Arrow.
Bullseye.
What?
Oh, no.
What? Oh, it catches over here. They get a hold. I don't even know where the hell that happened. I mean, go ahead and scoff my camera
I was
work.
like,
but
how did they, how did
man.
they find it?
I don't know. They didn't even have a ward there. They just casually throw the arrow towards the camp, and looks like they get a hold of a sweet and delicious Earthshaker.
This ward probably saw him walking to the...
Oh my gosh, he gets caught again. Oh, they jump in. RP skewer back. It just does not get any better. Starfall both down. It's like a circus act coming out from Fnatic, as they're just on fire right now. After that previous loss against Power Rangers, they are coming out guns a-blazing. We were getting a little too, we were scrutinizing their draft a bit, but couldn't have asked for a better start. That aggro try just goes to town, and they hold on to
Dire's
momentum
top
all the way
tower
through
is
the
under
20-minute
attack.
mark now.
Radiant's middle tower
And it just
has
doesn't get any
fallen.
easier for Compass Gaming.
Nope. We saw the amazing plays from Rubik and Earthshaker, maybe getting them back into this game. Deficit is definitely climbing. It was down to 4K
Dire's
gold
top tower is under
they made
attack.
some nice plays, but now it's just
The prize is
out of
mine.
hand.
Man, oh man. Tawny's just becoming a true nuisance. He had about 5.3k, just spent a little bit of money to finish out. He got a heart recipe. He's going to go straight for heart. Oof. He's going to be hard to bring down.
Oh,
that's
he
for
will
sure.
go. Going Jess.
Oh, wait, who has a heart then? I just saw him. Yeah, there it is. The heart. Gets a complete.
He's trolled so hard.
Yeah, he had a heart. He had a hammer for a moment, it looked like.
Shadow.
Yeah, he had a hammer for a moment. I was like, what?
Yeah, alright, well.
Oh, I guess he typed in. Maybe he's one of those players that type in.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh,
word
boy.
shit.
Viper, see you later. Moonlight Shadow just opens up the perfect platter for Hani to lay into him. And he actually is taking a bit of damage here. Jump in. Echo Slam catches. Is it enough to finish off anyone? Moonlight still concludes. Mirana ends up leaping out from any sort of danger. Does end up going down. It's a tree for 2 so far. Advantage, but Arise jumps in, finishes out what they started on that Viper PSM. Desperation TV to get away. Cannot get out. He ends up going down.
Oh,
Also, the
Anthony
AM
died.
up in the
Bottom lane.
bottom lane. Yeah, gets taken down. Looked like the top lane at the moment, but no. Ace just solos him
I
out.
looked top 2 at first because the trees are there, and I was like,
This is
oh,
a hot
he's
mess.
not there. They don't have Echo
Radiant's
Slam
top
to defend
tower
this.
is under
He's got full
attack.
life again because of the hard pickup. This is
Radiant
definitely a lane of rack.
structures are fortified.
Yeah. Easy breezy seems to be the motto for Fnatic in this game as they clean out this tier 3 tower. We saw Ace.
Radiant's top
Oh,
tower
we didn't
has
see it,
fallen.
but Ace solo took out AM during that
Radiant's top
skirmish and
barracks are under attack.
probably used the Shadow Blade to initiate in, set it up with the Orchid, and AM really had nowhere to go. With only the Battle Fury, it's not like he has the
Radiant's top barracks
biggest of
has
life
fallen.
pools, and now Hani eats the Viper Strike, tries to force staff to the low ground, but you're not going to be so lucky, but it doesn't matter. Just a Rage
That
TP.
TP took for.
Well, he went to mid
6
lane.
seconds.
Maybe someone else TP'd
Yeah.
there previously. Took a long time.
They had overgrowth. Yeah, it was mid, and then they had overgrowth in 2 seconds. So
Oh. Yeah, AM's only 986 life, so no surprise that Nature's Prophet was able to solo him down. Man, oh man. Now past 20k advance for Fnatic.
they had the same items for 10 minutes. That's
Yeah.
not what you want having. So they've effectively shut him down this whole game.
He's farming
Shadow
mid, but he's
Demon
got to
has-
be careful. Man, oh man,
Yeah,
they're
Shadow
just going to
Demon
linger in disruption.
Oh, these RP? Yeah, RP.
Yes. Boom. Bang. Back towards the tower. Leap in. Starfall. Yeah. No blink for you,
Get a
sir.
bash.
Ridiculous. The onslaught continues here for Fnatic. 3 of their team members claim the top 3 net worth with Fnatic. It's Hani, about 16k. The next closest KPG member, that AM, who had just fallen again in the mid lane at 8.2k. So nearly the double net worth for Hani. Meanwhile, top
Radiant's
lane,
middle
Goric
tower is under
trying to do a
attack.
side push on Viper, but here comes a Shadow Blade Ace. Hooks out the Sprout, and here comes the Cavalry as they look to go on in. Trying to hopefully take down the support with them, but he makes it that much more difficult doing. Oh, Skewer will miss. Whoops. Shadow Wave, or sorry, the Shockwave will catch, and ultimately Viper will go down. Just gets bullied 3-on-1 in that top lane.
Yeah, this pretty much, don't want to sing before the fat lady is here, but arrived a long time ago.
The fat lady is definitely warming up her pipes right now. Maybe eating lunch first, but she'll be ready to let out the belt
Yo,
here
do they have a
momentarily. It will
pressure
take
ready?
quite
Oh,
the
man.
unfortunate circumstance. Maybe a Hani getting
Hani.
caught out here in mid. But he quickly pops the rage, presses on in. So does Rubik. They're both raging together, but Root locks Hani in place. Defensive disruption
Great
as
spawn,
he
though.
also infests, it looks like, but he does manage to make his way out of the base. And that heart, man, proves to be a quite the benefit for him as he's already healed all the way back up.
Wait, AM died again. When did he die? I think he died again after the Shadow Blade Orchid bottom lane. Not exactly
He
sure.
in mid when they engaged him with the RP and
Oh yeah,
Spear
yeah.
back
that's
and
right.
that whole
Spear back.
kit and caboodle. Yeah, made quick work of him, and then we saw Viper fall in the top lane, getting caught out with 3 as well. And really, it's Fnatic just kind of shepherding KPG back into their own base, allowing them not really to leave the front gate, and just slowly trying to wither down. Now they're high ground siege isn't the best. It's more like waiting out for an opportunity for maybe like some sort of RP setup and clean house and then finish up the rest of the base. But AM is out past the base right now. Gets orchided up. He's going to try to hide in the trees, but the RP is going to catch him, and he will be able to blink out if he has the moment, and he will. So RP is going to be used. AM goes to the north to try to juke back out, and well, for now he's just kind of hiding. He has no TP, so he's going to have to take the long road around. While Fnatic are still like vultures, circling around the KPG base.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack.
Yes, he on TP'd into the range. They saw him going in. I think he saw him a little bit going to the Shadow Blade, so he started to back up a little bit. They could have waited a little bit longer. That was the kill. But the Orchid had ran out by the time the RP.
Roche is up. They know it. This is a good way to play it safe if they want, but Arise has other things on his mind, like punching out this AM. Shockwave's not going to catch as him and his two other Magnus brothers move in. Not going to quite catch him there as AM does slip out. And Crit is still scouting out like, guys, you know, we can do Roche. Roche is up. We see it. We got the tree on here, and I'm ready to fire my arrow if we want to do it. And it looks like they will. Honey's going to guide himself all the way on over. And I'd imagine we'll drop the magic wand to pick up the Sweet Aegis. And now they'll have the extra life, so Hani can feel a little more confident pushing in to the high ground, leading the charge. And well, that's a refresher now, grabbed on your Magnus. Double RPs are coming. Does he have the mana pool for it? 3, 6,
Yeah, he has the mana pool. If
975. You know.
He's got 2 arcane boots.
Oh yeah, the arcane boots will make it a lot easier. But jump in Echo on 2 here. After Ninja gets immediately silenced up though, and yeah, he's gonna have to fall. He goes down. Jump in. Magnus gets telekinesis. He does steal Shockwave though. No RP can be available. Fires back that Shockwave tree. Ultimately falls. 3 down all day. Fnatic are going to be able to easily clean house, even with the back of the Moonlight Shadow. And AM thinks he's going to try to get some side farm happening here, but Ace is waiting. Gets 2 shots, 3 shots. He's got Desolator now. That's a big right-click Nature's Prophet. Oh, yeah, nice. Catches him out with the ultimate right there before he can make his escape. And AM goes down as well. Make it 4 for just the one Viper, who is unfortunately behind enemy lines looking for an opportunity to maybe TP back, but he's going to be TPing back as the lone defender. But as I say that, buyback's going to come out from your Earthshaker. Hani already opening out on this tier 3 with Aegis in hand. We'll be able to go and have a second life.
Tower this game. That's how poor they are and far behind.
No towers to fall on the side of Fnatic. Oh, here's a jump in from Afo Ninja. Trying to take down Ace. Forced to pull out the Shadow Blade to get away, and will. And now Telekinesis is going to catch. Goes Magnus up and down, but unfortunately Rubik gets a little too close to do that Telekinesis. Arnie capitalizes, jump in RP. There's 1 RP. He's got a second. Gets it off and then gets immediately disrupted. And they clean out another 4. The buyback comes out from Viper.
Oh, trees. Just got whacked.
Yeah, this is over.
Ace, man fight, okay, that's a crit. That's another crit.
Ace is zoning him back in their own base. He even takes down Viper for the second time. This is over. Fnatic just dominated KPG from the beginning of the game to now. And there was just no opportunity for Compass Gaming to find some rhythm to come back into this one. This was a dominating performance. Great lane setup.
About to get RP'd. AM's going to get RP'd. Okay.
Well, that was an RP on nothing, but victory RP, I guess we can call it. And there's the call.
It was on the building. Buildings can get affected by RP.
Sure, dude. Well, it's Fnatic who strike back hard in their second game today and take it to Compass Gaming, who now are 0-2 for today's game so far, falling to Power Rangers previously. And, well, it's still Strug City for them. And we question whether maybe a different lane setup, maybe throwing Viper in the mid lane instead of having Earthshaker there could have changed things up quite a bit, but the aggressive tri-lane that came out from Fnatic and the serious early game work that Shadow Demon and Mirana put together just allowed them to just move on and buckle through all the way. Strong, serious performance.
I thought Compass would win the first game against Power Rangers, and then this game it was just came down to the laning stage of Fnatic was a lot better, you could say, and then they executed it perfectly with the Shadow Demon bottom roam. Later stages of picking off the anti-mage, not giving him room to farm, so really well played from them. And yeah, Fnatic are on the board. like you said, they might be eliminated. They might not. They got a long road
It's
to go.
close. It's close. This puts them at, I believe, 3 and 5, according to the Liquipedia Summit 2 page. So there is still opportunities for them as long as they continue to keep this win streak going. They can fight themselves into possibly a tiebreaker situation. This, of course, depends on how the other teams perform. And maybe they'll be able to sneak themselves back into a top 4 position. So you really never know. But that's just our game number 3. We have 3 more to go. It is definitely a long day of European Dota as we are trying to get back on schedule. These games have gone a little bit swifter, so that certainly does help. Our next matchup is going to be another Fnatic game. This is their 3rd game straight now, but this time they're going to be taking on the Empire squad. So Fnatic versus Empire. Ryu Boris, I believe you will be parting with us now. You look fantastic, by the way. It's a pleasure. Do you have any last thoughts, shout-outs, whatever the hell you want to say before we let you go?
Thanks for letting me cast you. It was pretty fun today. Some really good games, and yeah, I'll just get out of the way here.
Can we just
I'll see you guys around.
You're just gonna scoot yourself out of here, huh? I'll just see yourself out of here. There you go. Bye-bye.
Do that to me.
Bye-bye. Say bye, Ryu.
Bye-bye. I can't
All
do
right.
it. Like, whatever.
All right, thanks, buddy. We'll be back in just a moment with the next matchup. F4L is actually going to be joining me for the next game. That's going to be Fnatic versus Empire. Thank you so much. If you like what you heard, catch me over on Twitter at CoddleGuy. Once again, you can catch this handsome gentleman right here, Ryu Boris. I'll bring him back. He's got his shirt back on, but you catch him over at Ryu Boris Dota. If you need to know how to spell that out, it's on the title just above. Thanks again. We'll see you on the next one. All right, take care, everyone.